It is the final game of the day. Many matches ahead of us, though. Match 4. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to go through every single number.
I hate it.
Just keep going.
I hate
Match 4, match 5, match 6, match 37. By the way, I like Rich is actually doing handoffs because, you know, when James is here, he'll say bish bash box, big box, little box, square bar box, and then it'll be over to us and we'll be like, what on earth was that? What you want? What you want, James? But that's,
no one knows.
That's the life of a man that now lives his life as in his extravagant way with his trainer purchases.
They're heathen as well. They're actually awful. We've just it's a midlife crisis waiting to happen.
Do feel free to follow Canaris on his Twitter and follow his shoe collection that he spends lots of money on.
They're all really bad. You can get some nice ones for cheap, and he just can't. He can't work it out. It's not worked with him yet. Speaking of not working it out, I have to say Reciprocity. I feel like Rich kind of let him get away a little bit with their current performance.
What's Ibby doing, by the way?
No,
he's nicking the vehicle off Vitality and Reciprocity, isn't he? That's a bit cheeky.
They're going really far out.
That's
They're
almost
all
a
looking
school.
for
He's just
vehicles, I guess.
Yeah. That's cheeky. Because he knows that Vitality and Reciprocity, they're so focused, they're just going to completely ignore him. That's all right. Why not? Okay, wow. We have a Western Circle. NIP are going to be so happy about this. I mean, we just obviously had a West one a moment ago, but it was down at Quarry. This time, we have the decider. Do you go south or north? Do you sit South Georgia Pole, which I would suspect, since probably around about 60% of the circle is on that south side. We'll figure where they go, and of course, we're going to see the battle continue. But this time, it's a bit more of a divided battle.
Yeah, but look at if we could go back to that, I don't think we can, but actually, someone's moved into Yasnaya as well. That's a difference. Yeah. Razor Edge finally have a challenger. Fast Rail might be a little bit put off by this. He's got support in the way. 60's there. Minox is coming over, but yeah, I was about to say, if you look to the loop between Vitality and Reciprocity...
VSSs, micro Uzis...
Yeah, but then Vitality had, like, rifles, like AKs. They had all of it. It does look as though Fast Rail is still looting in here as well. Surely they've heard the steps.
It's the fabled double Uzi push. This is obviously deep in the meta. Yeah, Tizran's like, I ain't having any of this. Okay.
To come into this area at this point is pretty baffling, and I don't know if he's gotten away with it. I think he baited the sound.
He's only got 30 bullets. 30 bullets in the dream. Has he got a pistol? I gotta hope he has. He didn't have another rifle, I don't think. All right.
He is hiding in that bathroom.
His teammates are coming over, though. They're all coming this way. So if Razor Edge are going to go for this, they need to make it quick and snappy because they are about to get pincered. Oh, my God. It's a 4-man stack.
All right. Search and clear. Here we go. So far, not located him in the bathroom, but they're on the correct floor. But will they check that meticulously? It's hard to tell where players have been or have not been with the doors removed. And support is on the way, and they actually haven't spotted him out. He's still alive.
Yeah, they've pre-fired every floor, and they've actually passed him. So they didn't check it very well. And now the downstairs is occupied. And you can see the other side of the building because the mutant for Blast on over the other side. Orange is down low. He's got the cover. I feel Razor Edge in a little bit of trouble there. I
tend to agree with you. I feel like they've kind of...
Oh, Jazza!
Nice shot. Rafi re-peeking that. What are you up to, Rafi?
Oh, hit the bars.
Oh, God, run away, Jazza.
It's all right, Jazza. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it.
But yeah, re-peeking that is brave. He does have the M24, so it kind of feels like it's the right thing to do. If that nade goes through, it'd be actually really good.
Jazza didn't have a vest there, though, I think. I'm pretty sure I just saw the straight yellow outfit. There was no vest at all. Fast Rail tagged in the back.
God, we can't tell where anyone is right now.
Choo-choo!
But the train continues. And that was that team damage, or was that... No, that was through
Chris.
The window.
Yeah, that was Orange caught Chris there in the back. They're going to try and get themselves out the back. Not going to work. Chris does go down. And they're so limited on just about everything. Menox trying to spray what he can, what he had left onto Dastish, but that nade's going to find, or the molly. Is it going to burn him? Yes, it is. Chris is on fire.
Yeah, honestly, I think Razor Edge just aren't really thinking in the way that you need to when you have teams in areas like this. For them at the moment, they probably haven't thought of teams
perhaps caught by surprise.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. So it's hard to kind of instantly switch into that mentality of, wait, someone's here with us, we need to now approach this, whereas Unity will come in fully aware of Razor Edge. So it's that awkward rather unbeneficial position Razor Edge get put in, but they did get called off by just simply not clearing their rooms.
It's interesting the Unity are here because, you know, obviously catching them off, we've seen them dropping down Novo way, but obviously the plane path didn't really suit that way. So this is clearly a backup option for them, and I think they're going to be pretty happy with it. They've come out on top with a kill. Still haven't got great loot, neither of them have really, but Unity took the fight to Razor Edge. Razor Edge may be expecting M19 to put a bit of a challenge in them, but obviously they've chose to go elsewhere. Meanwhile, there is other stuff happening on the map. Winstrike and Team Liquid, both on top of the mountain.
How many teams will end up on this hill?
Yeah.
From start to finish.
What do we call this now? We can't do...
I call it mountain. I always have called it mountain.
I've always called it Everest, but obviously, you know, we've had this whole whinge from Matrim and Paper Thin.
But who listens
Stauber's higher. It can't be Everest. It's not the highest on the map.
Who listens to them?
I'm not sure if that's a Paper Thin quote or a Matrim quote.
I'm not sure. Oh, Scoom. I'm a bit worried when I see Scoom in these positions because he's been kind of the victim of Vitality's whim at the moment, and Shadow is hunting. Look at Shadow's positioning.
I don't think I've seen Scoom get outside of 10 minutes in a game yet. In all 3 matches. I mean, I'm not being bad to the man, you know, Kieran is my match reporter bro, but
he's not having a good day.
I mean, nor a Reciprocity. They've only had 2 points in the entirety so far, so it's really not going well for them.
Shadow, so crisp on those shots. Just tapping away at Hexetti and TSM on rotation.
That's Knights setting up a camp.
Yeah,
this is the Knights setting up a camp on TSM, and it's worked out well. Rory and Michael go down, picked off, and the Knights benefit. And this is interesting because you remember Phase 1, TSM did the same thing to try and catch out Knights and FaZe Clan. It's backfired on them a phase later.
Oh my word, that is a heavy, heavy loss. FaZe might be the next in the similar position if they go on the same rotation route. Knights have read this so well. Excellent positioning from them, and that is how you set up a crossfire with these guys. They have held that rotation. Any Eastern team is in trouble, and this is a shot from Shadow. Look how crisp this guy is, just knocking shots at Hexetti.
Look at
just
so good. But that, I mean, okay, so like obviously with the Knights, like, this is the rotation. When it's this circle, these teams, FaZe Clan, it is known that FaZe TSM, they will rotate this way. They'll go via Potato Hill. They'll go over this direction because it's a clean route. But I love the fact we're seeing these teams making them pay. You are too predictable. Time to change the way you play in FaZe Clan. Well, now they're going to go down south, and along with G2, Na'Vi, of course, are down that way from Ferry Pier. Let's see what adjustments that makes to their game.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I like this. I like seeing teams forced to change it up and teams
doing
reading
their homework with coaches and analysts. That's what they're paid for.
That is the good stuff. Now, we currently have 2 teams on the hill. There is always that threat of, you know, someone joining in from afar. CrowCrowd aren't far off it. Digital Athletics not too far away. Anyone else close? 19-ish, not really, maybe NIP potentially. But if we know what this is like, if that circle keeps going more and more towards it, teams will pile into that mountain. So I'm waiting to see how many go for it. Wookie, ooh, it's a very lonely road for him now.
Oh man, they took such a diversion, didn't they? Wookie, that's a Sosnovka.
He's gone very far away.
He's going around. Gustav is sort of in around Quarry as well. My God, they're so split.
Apart.
The Knights, they got, what, 3 points out of that, didn't they? They're laughing right now. That worked out so well for them. And we should also mention, obviously, with it being a relatively northern plane, it did cause problems for TSM and FaZe to get down there in the first place. Yeah. So, you know, obviously that's why they're in this position where they're later coming out than Pittsburgh Knights. So Knights, you know, it's a very situational camp opportunity, but it so worked out well for them. Yeah, Razor Edge, all in a vehicle. That
made me very anxious for a little while.
They're a long way off, in fairness. They're deep in the north at the moment, in the north. They're up there with Sansa.
Right. I reckon she'll end up on the throne, you know.
Yeah,
I
reckon she will. Spoilers.
What? Where? Who's surprised Sansa is still alive? Like, who's not up to date to that point? That was a couple of seasons ago.
I know people that are not still up to date.
You get like a month at most.
I say 3 days. That's what I give people for Game of Thrones. I give them 3 days.
To be fair, I was behind a good couple of days, but, you know, I caught up. It's fine. I reckon Sansa gets it.
If you ain't watched it by Monday, everyone is screwed because the spoilers are going to be bonkers. Anyway, you're not missing too much this season. It's pretty terrible so far.
No, it's not that bad. Come on.
G2. Oh, Gatka, FaZe and Na'Vi crashing in. Here we go. Senya. No. Abort.
Senya just dipped the hell out. That was an instant. no, that wait.
He's actually flipped the car. He actually.
Look at this. There's a spec bug and he's just sat on the floor. If someone in chat can clip that and send it to me, I'll be really thankful.
I missed it. He's
like bugged out the car. He's just like sat on the floor. Okay, little bit of a turn of events here. The Knights, who kind of set up this beautiful trap, have now kind of been trapped themselves. Vitality managing to catch off one, but will the rest of the Knights fall for this? I feel as though they'll look for other options, as that is just not looking so viable.
No, the Knights can pull away from that one. Liquid still with 4 on the hill. Winstrike, just the 2 up there. They've gone for the 2-2s. They got 2 down low in the compound. And Winstrike with the 2 up here. Actually, tell a lie. Julski and Nuki have gone very greedy, actually. Look at the position. They've got a beautiful triangle set up in the center circle.
Yeah, very complimentary to the 2 players that are pushed up on the hill, but that's a risky play. You can get overrun, crashed. I mean, maybe it's worth it for them. Wookie still on the move. And TSM kind of closer
They've actually
together.
managed to get the radio tower. That's pretty impressive. I mean, it is a little bit further south out of center, but then again, the center point is kind of on the mountain right now, so it's not a bad position, considering TSM have had to make such a diverse divert here. Reciprocity, are they looking to try and camp out Vitality?
That'd be a bit of a weird leapfrog, but potentially.
All right, we'll see if it works. Raise your heads. Look at them. They're coming in. They're coming in slow.
Or do they just not have vehicles?
Vitality, they've got... Well,
no,
okay,
I mean Reciprocity. I don't think they have vehicles, so I think they're just
maybe not, because they run across potato,
in.
right? Yeah, I guess so. And it could pay dividends, because they might catch them all off.
It could not.
Or not. Once it finds them. Oh, there's an Orm. An Orm drops. That's North Georgipol, though, so I'm not too sure anyone's going to find it. Shiv has been picked off and finished, by the way, while that was happening. But yeah, in the bolt action world, that Orm is going to be God. Question is, will anyone get it?
Looking at this, though, it does seem as though we will have Vitality kind of shuffling very nearby Reciprocity. It looks like the final boss will be the Knights, kind of, you know, waiting in the wings for anyone who makes it out of that. They could sneak their way through the ruins, which is currently, you know, you're seeing Vitality on the move. So this is the team that's further out. Reciprocity is slightly further ahead, and you can see Rafi here. That AK is going to do wonders. That could do very well. No scopes on this thing as well. They are so undergeared, but perfectly fine for that purpose. The rest of Vitality are now going to have to veer off course or find another avenue of approach, but the Knights in the meantime have set up very well, again holding that line.
Oh, that's 3, yeah. They're going to go north side, so that could play into Unity's hand. Unity, 4-man on the bridge camp, but probably will pull away before Vitality get there. I would expect them to be certainly trying to make a move out of that one. Looking to Georgipol, of course, you've got ENCE, who are slow coming down. CrowCrowd, you've got NIP, of course, who have been sitting pretty. M19 just going to consolidate their 2-2 split. Winstrike, yeah, okay, they're going to finally give up on this mountain hold, so they're going to go towards the compound. Nuki's in. That is the center point.
Yeah, the greed has paid off. Having those 2 individual players further back really paid off for them. CrowCrowd, to a degree as well, going to benefit because they've had these 2 players in this position, so allowing a rotation route here. Keeping pressure towards ENCE, who've actually made it out of, you know, southern Georgipol over by the crates. This is good from CrowCrowd. It's not ideal, obviously. It's not exactly where they want to be, but it's at least a position that's safe for them to move to. Whereas Team Liquid will kind of probably be stuck on this hill for a little bit longer. They could potentially take the southern side of it, but you're still going to be open to a lot of teams who will all be looking at this.
All right, so Unity did move out of that camp. You can see they're moving up towards the mountainside. Vitality continue on. They actually might get that crate, you know. They may get this crate. They're just the other side of the hillside. They're continuing on their journey towards North Georgipol at the moment. Yeah, they might get gifted that Orm that was up there. Reciprocity going through the ruins. The Knights just over on the yellow buildings just to the south of those ruins as Raise Your Edge look to work their way around. What they want to do is they want to go deep on the western side and try and come in from that side, knowing that it's relatively empty. That's their aim. And if they go for somewhere like Radio Tower, it should work. Oh, dear.
Gotcha, cameraman.
Oh, dear.
Debated. Vitality doing the awkward car rotation where it's just pile in, boys.
Yeah, they didn't get the crate either.
No. But at least they've got into safety. And that's honestly pretty impressive considering the position they were in.
Easy. Don't shoot your teammate. Bloody hot there. Unity. Ooh, you know what? Unity are going to go straight round into Vitality here. Vitality just went into those crates. Unity are going straight towards them. I don't know whether they purposely doing it. Orange is going to get caught out by them. We'll probably see it in the kill feed in a second. There he is. Yeah, nothing. Oh, my God, Jazza. That's embarrassing. The rest of Unity are coming in as well.
And after that display, you're feeling like maybe you got a chance, because apparently you can pull up and then just turn it on them. But Shadow's going to pick up the mess, pick up the pieces after that bit of a disaster.
Team Liquid
display.
third party.
And they are indeed. Samty from afar going to be stealing all that hard work that was put in to try and give Vitality a little bit of, I guess, respite from the pressure, but Unity are not in a great spot here. They're not actually in the circle yet.
Vitality is getting the kills back this time. Shadow doing some serious work, just like he did in the last matchup on Reciprocity. You can see Liquid here. Anyone got a scope? Anyone got a better scope? I need a bigger scope. 6 times for Samty, he's happy. Or Dizran, he's in the blue. Gonna try and push on that nade. He's got the molly in hand. Gonna have to get the first aid going though quickly. As the circle will shrink down. Where's it going? Gatka way. Down towards the southern side. FaZe are happy. Winstrike are laughing still. They went very aggressive for this 2-2 still. You know, at this stage, to hold that 2-2 is a little risky, and I think M19 may well push onto Winstrike here if they're not careful.
Yeah. Shadow's being a really nasty player, and I'm liking it. He's such a really talented individual, and he's having his way with them. Brilliantly done. I mean, the problem is they are in a bit of a tricky situation, but so many kills in a kill feed. Na'Vi just pushed in and got them absolutely ruined. FaZe just lost out on everything. How on earth did they just get done? That
was the double push, and they just got destroyed. I think TSM stole one as well, actually. Yeah, he did. Look, you can see he got the one out the back there. So TSM managed to steal one away, but that's the classic 0 to 0. We've seen it so many times. First place one game, 16th the next. So not the best performance. Oh, Reciprocity coming in behind Team Liquid on the mountain. They've just caught them out. Samty gets taken down as they squeeze on there. Team Liquids were so focused on getting some of that third-party action and moving along that they've been caught napping.
I'm still a bit worried about Reciprocity's gear. I don't know how good it is. Hopefully they can really do something. That shot towards James, I think, from Haxeti might be a really good gateway for them to continue the push, which they need to do. This is not safety. They have to keep moving forward, and they know it, but the nades are coming out. Look at it. James, they're all going to fold into this one, and Gaxi already goes down. There's fights everywhere.
Yeah, NIP and Razor Edge on the western side. This is a battle for the western. It's going to be a safe fight once one of them come out on top, because they will hold the entire edge. But the question is, who will it be? Because they're all getting third-partied. Miracle will get 60 down. You can see Chris and Menox still alive, and MBS is going to get one back up. Vard will be flushed out by Menox. And now he's going looking. Can he see Gaxi? Could he see them? He spotted Miracle on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Reciprocity continue the push up the hill. And now you can see a triumvirate of battle between Digital Athletics, the Knights, and Winstrike third party.
This is all around the hillside right now. There's so many teams, 3, 4, 5 teams. And CrowCrowd just tried to move up there, and they've been met by force.
ENCE
Team
coming up as well.
Somehow holding everyone back, but for how long? They can't keep this up. This can't be forever. But Kemba on the run, forced away from the hill. This is James's hill. Back off it. He holds the ground for now. He wants those kills in the bag, but they are not alone.
This is so reminiscent of the final game of the Global Summit, where Team Liquid were holding that hill and then everybody pushed on them, and that's exactly what's happened. Gemty gets taken down because ENCE stole the march on them. They got to the peak, the summit of the hill, and now Liquid are squeezed between Reciprocity and ENCE with CrowCrowd down low. There's going to be Gaxi coming in. He manages to finish off Razor Edge. They've got themselves the tower, so that's the western side finished off, but James is the last man standing for Team Liquid.
And for how long is the big question here? He is on the run because Skoom is there, Kemba is there, and there he goes. It will be G2's Erdier to find them. Force Liquid out in 12th. ENCE hold the hill. You still have the remnants of Reciprocity. You have CrowCrowd still up there. There's so much going on, but Rafi finding Mert will remove Digital Athletics, who are further down the hill. They were holding the southern side push-off, but the Knights still stand, as do G2. And behind them, Winstrike. CrowCrowd are down, but anyone on this hill right now knows they are in trouble.
I remember it so well. The final game was so wild at the FaZe Global Summit. The classic that played out, and of course, Liquid did end up being third place from that tournament, but they were in the exact same situation. They got picked apart, and it is just a chaos battle between 5, 6 teams on that hillside. Reciprocity, 5 kills. That's more points than they've got in the entire tournament so far, so they are looking happy. That is a great nade coming down right onto Wanted. Oh, the tree saved him there. Reciprocity, meanwhile, are losing members. It's ENCE that are holding the hill.
It's just Skoom and Lively's in the blue, and ENCE indeed not only hold the hill, but they hold the line. We have the Knights fall into compounds, or trying to. Na'Vi moving from the south. The new circle has shifted a little further north, but all of Gatka is being forced further up. Na'Vi hold the little dip that is looking really nice. Haxeti goes down into Rustam Mar, leaving again Skoom in a very, very tough spot.
Yeah, they know exactly where he is, and that's Skoom picked off Rustam Mar. the highest killer with 101 frags from Phase 1, will continue where he left off. The Knights, by the way, really nice move from them. They spotted Winstrike moving out. They realized that that compound was vacated. The question is for how long? G2 still with 4 alive, but down low. They've got themselves this ditch position. They've got Na'Vi just to the western side of them. NIP now moving to the other ditch at the crossroads. Looks like Gaxi may even see a crate as he goes on by, but they've got to worry about TSM further down the ditch.
Yeah, this is very, very scary times for a lot of these teams, especially moving into place. Miraku trying to thread the needle with the Jeep, trying to get it into some sort of safety where they can build maybe a barrier, because TSM, or what remains of TSM, is currently being completely annoying to all the teams above him. He did finally get put down by Gaxi, but there's still Gustav. Oof. And Senya's playing late because of this, and I like that positioning actually from Senya. He's all the way down in Gatka, keeping G2 humble, ensuring that G2 can't fold towards the rest of Na'Vi. That's really nice. NIP hold the other side of the road. They're slightly further to the north, not by much. The Knights have the compound, and then the north has ENCE. Windstriker in a lovely spot, and M19, they're alive for now, but it's a very hard position to hold once that circle moves.
Does Na'Vi realize G2 is just the other side of this ridgeline then with a really free chance? Well, they do now, because they just downed Senya as he tries to make the move. Gustav, the fighter-man, oh no! It's going to be no one that will get the kill. Lost away from him. Jorski, oh, he's been picked off. ENCE managing to catch him out there. Just went a little too greedy, looking for some of those kills on M19.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're able to pick that up too, to be able to flush. That one's really quite tricky. They've got a compound to play out of, so... Again, look at that field. It's littered with these guns, but it's a doozy from afar, and this player terrifies me. We're starting to see this man really come into his own, and the players on the other side suffering severely. These attacks coming out from Na'Vi, they are keeping ENCE really humbled, and the knock-on towards Squeaky is certainly not helping here. Circle going to move soon, and it's going to be very defining of who holds the upper hand. And it's going to be forcing ENCE off the hill, M19 further away. G2 are no longer safe. Na'Vi's position is actually not bad at all.
It's all on this crossroads, just to the left of Na'Vi here. Obviously, you got the 3 compounds, the 2 ditches. It's G2 that are actually going to be in a problematic position. ENCE have got to come down from the hillside. You can see the amount of tracer fire that's going their direction, along with M19 that also need to move around. So they're likely to push in the backside of Winstrike. So they're going to be the position that's in pressure. G2 also, they have to make this move now. Do they go over the hill, over the roadside towards the Knights? Obviously, we can see there's only 2 members, but they, for all I know, there's a full team waiting. Yeah,
they have no idea. ENCE is still battling out in the north, but again, it's to get a small step, and it looks like G2 are just going to try and run where they can. Get anywhere they possibly can, and this could be a good shout. At least there's some cover. The trees, some of the hillside, they could have to face ENCE down the line, but it gets them out of the sights of Na'Vi.
Yeah, it gives them that little position, but Rustamar and co coming down the hillside. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Rustamar sees them, just heard the bike going up that way, so he's looking towards their direction. Trifili tossing out a couple of nades, hopeful to find some M19 members down that hillside. You can see they're lying in the smoke, but there's multiple smokes out there, so he doesn't really know which one is the best option as they start to push on down. Wanderer, headshot straight on him. He's just got back on his feet as well. Instantly put straight down.
And again, ENCE have actually found room here. I don't know how long they can have cover. Yeah, they're starting to lose down here. Constantine, the thing is, M19 have sacrificed getting into the circle at the moment that ENCE did, the quicker moment. Potentially just set up and try and punish ENCE. If it jumps them a spot, if they could maybe wrap on ENCE, that's pretty good going, but there's still 3 players standing for ENCE, and they are damn good players. Trifili going to find Constantine, and now M19 are looking a little worse for wear. Trifili is not done. This player coming into his own now.
Just about to say, Dimash needs to make this flank work out, but Trifili spotted him, heard it coming, just gets an angle on the Wanderer there as well. Switches over to the Hessalan straight away. Manages to down him. That leaves 1 man standing, which is elite player. Winstrike, by the way, they're repositioning. They're obviously holding the compound, but they're trying to get aggressively around the side there to see if they can find something from it. Constantine will bleed out. The Knights got an angle on Na'Vi, just trying to find the head. They're not quite managed to catch him.
No, and everyone's shuffled apart from M19. Elite players, your last life in the blue. Everyone's kind of safe.
Yeah.
Kind of. Obviously, it can all change if someone makes a big drastic move. Everyone's found enough room here, although Winstrike losing out on players, I'm worried about this.
I feel that Chris is counting muzzles right now, muzzle flashes. And I think he's thinking, there's only 2 people in this compound. He's getting closer and closer to the compound. Oh, nade range for Gaxi. Uh-oh, time to run, time to run.
No,
you're not going away from them. One in front, one behind. He gets to the safety of his UAZ, and the circle does push their direction now. So now Winstrike need to leave the safety of their compound, and of course ENCE and G2 need to come on down.
Oof, NBS just got absolutely battered a doozy again, finding the most minuscule of angles to play from, moving their vehicles up, moving that little bit of mobile cover into a better spot for Na'Vi, but the shots come through and there goes NIP's vehicle. Now, Na'Vi can't be quick about this. They have to keep that eastern side safe. There's potential for teams to try and push around that area. So they're going to slow play this, maybe leave Pokemon all the way over there and then focus on the rest. Now, let's look at the other teams who are in trouble. Again, it's ENCE. Again, G2. And this time, Winstrike need to leave that compound.
G2 on the move. Kane's nade, that looked pretty good to me. Just fell short though. Trifoli got an angle on it here. Just keep seeing the muzzle flash as he tracer fire comes on by. Rustan Mar taken down by Kane as they continue to push on. That nade goes over towards Trifoli. Does it catch him out? Because Kane's causing himself a real problem for them. Squeaky will deal with him as we see him drop down. Wanted, got an eye on him in the distance there. That's a big answer, and now that leaves Chris, the last man standing for G2. But ENCE are also down to 1.
Yeah, this has gone horribly in the northeastern side. Squeaky is on the run, he's on the move. Drayden's seen that though, so it's not without another team spawn. Winstrike had taken the opportunity while the iron is hot to get in, move. Oh, the nade lands in the back pocket of Gaxi.
Oh,
you
that
turn
could work
away,
so well.
And now Na'Vi have a gateway. They forged an avenue in if they need it.
And that's just the moment. Yes, it was just the moment that Tixu came around. Gaxi gets finished off. Tixu just took that moment to come up the road. That nade could not have been better timed if they tried. NIP will finish off Trifoli, so NIP go down. It looks like they took ENCE almost with him. Squeaky, the last man standing. That timing was incredible. Look
at Aduzi's reposition. As soon as NIP get punished, straight in there. Now they split the road. Now they hold so much of the ground. Squeaky, I don't know how he's alive. Everyone seems to look his way. Chris has snuck his way in as well over on the east. The Knights have tried to keep a low profile, and it's kind of worked out for them. They're still in this building, still in this compound. The fire comes in, and the circle is all Na'Vis in the south. That is excellent from them. The way they focused on NIP, which they were going to be the team to make it uncomfortable.
Here comes Winstrike.
That's huge. Now Winstrike need to somehow take a doozy out of this.
It's on a doozy, yeah. It's on a doozy. Best lock holding the Me14 angle. He's giving the information. Pokemon, they lighten him up as well. And the doozy's the one that's playing close. He's going to be the one that will sneak in there. He's going for it. Chris, meanwhile, catches Drayden in the back there. You can see that in the picture as the doozy goes looking for it. The nade comes down. Nuki doing what he can. Well, it doesn't matter because they are getting bodied from close range. They need to worry about that threat.
Oh, and Chris, the nade exchange is going through. He is in trouble. He's in danger. Going to get the heal off as best he can. And you can see Na'Vi still, even in the heat of battle,
Doozy's right on them.
Aware of it. And a doozy is right next to them. I want to see his perspective. I want to see what he's up to. He's got the M4 in hand. We'll never know. And somehow he holds where he currently stands.
13 kills for ENCE here, and Squeaky had best lock dead to rights there, but didn't go for the shot. Chris is looking to finish Knights off. That's going to be straight onto Wanted, but the nade returns in the favor. Goes pushing, doesn't work out for him. Wanted will catch him out. G2 go down in 5th place. Timmy just goes dropped as well. That leaves them in a 2v1 as they try and push on a doozy. He's going to get one down, but now he's got the support, of course, with Bestalosh and Pokemoladoy. He mollies out a doozy. That's dirty.
Yeah, not spreading too much. The damage isn't that bad right now, but it has weakened the ranks. Now Wanted. He did some great work towards Chris. He held his own. Did he just spot out Squeaky? I think he might have done.
He's getting shot to the back.
Victim. It is Na'Vi spotting it out and through the trees, through the forestry. They find Wanted. A doozy goes down in the meantime. Na'Vi down to 2. Knights are eliminated, and somehow Squeaky still stands here.
Do not write off ENCE right now because it's a 2v2v1. And Na'Vi and Winstrike are so focused on one another that they are ignoring Squeaky. He's got himself to that tree, got himself to the little ridge line, and he's more central than anyone, really. Nuki's probably the closest that he can't really focus on it because, okay, Bestlock's going for it. This is a big ballsy push from Bestlock. Don't expect anything else from this man.
Bestalock is basically going to be the downfall of Winstrike, but you can see he's instantly worried about a position that Squeaky has. His position is great under the pretense that no one's where Squeaky is. And if he has the mentality to fully check for this, it'll be very impressive, or even the bravery to go for it. So it looks like right now, Pokemoladoy is holding the cross, holding that road, and Bestlock is trying to position as close to that center as they can and just try and work off the back of it. These smokes are going to dissipate. It's going to be go time. The blue is going to force them further and further forward.
I don't think much of the... Yeah, there's no utility left for Pokemon. I'm pretty sure they're all out of utility. No smokes, no nades, no nothing. Just meds and
Is that
guns.
an angle? It is. That's not bad. Pokemon could hold this.
He saw them. He just saw them. He just saw them go over the brow of the hill, but did they see him? Tixu's going for it with the Kar98, but Pokemon just rips the face off Nookie there. Tixu looking to do the same, but Pokemon is so deadly from this position. Squeaky looks to make a move. He's having a little peek around.
It's go time, Pokemon. Look at this. He's going for this one. Tixu comes up the elbow. That's so well played by Pokemon. And now a 2v1. Squeaky has all the chance in the world for this. He spots out Bestlock, but did Bestlock spot him? Yes, he did.
Oh, the headshot!
That was huge from Bestlock. And what a sick position.